Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. It was a short week for Young and Restless, devoted mostly to year-end housekeeping, as Adam asked Chelsea to move into the ranch, and Cole was offered a permanent position in Genoa City. Not a lot of drama aside from that generated by Phyllis and Daniel's outrage at Sharon changing her story. As we head into a last and even shorter week, to the year, 2 reruns. Let's take a look at where we are and what's to come. But first, I'd like to wish each and every one of you the happiest of New Years. Victor has unknowingly circled the wagons as he brings the Newman clan together on the ranch compound ahead of what will undoubtedly be one of their most epic rematches. Not only is Victor set to encounter Ian Ward face-to-face, per upcoming teasers, but he has no idea that crazy Aunt Jordan is also on the loose and already wreaking havoc on the family. The mustache is about to have his hands full, which made me wonder if this will give Billy the opening he needs to take Chancellor back. I have to admit being fascinated with the idea that he might actually pull it off. As for Ian, much like the Black Knight, he's able to create chaos on multiple fronts, and the preview tells us that Tessa is in grave danger. He's obviously spiked her drink or something. This is either a setup to gain her trust, or to kidnap her and use her to lure Maria and Claire. I couldn't feel less enthused about a couple reuniting as I am about Adam and Chelsea's dry repairing. An interesting little mystery emerged surrounding Damien this week, and I couldn't help but wonder if he's a whole lot more successful than they believe he is. Perhaps the company named after the book he loved is his own. Nikki's suddenly being styled like Catherine. Does anyone else think so? Victor offering Cole a job was sweet, but he's dulling Victoria down, so the idea of him becoming more entrenched in their lives isn't all that appealing. Nikki told Lauren she was trying to be civil to Adam since he'll be living on the ranch. But will Victoria be able to do the same? As the year comes to a close on the Young and the Restless, the residents of Genoa City find themselves in the midst of a whirlwind of drama, tension, and mystery. One of the most intriguing questions looming over the final moments of 2024 is whether Ian Ward, a notorious villain from the past, will return to kidnap Tessa Porter. Tessa's life has already been filled with emotional turmoil, but the threat of Ian's return adds a new layer of fear and suspense. As the year draws to a close, fans are on the edge of their seats, speculating whether Ian will indeed resurface to cause havoc in Tessa's life. Before we delve into the looming question of Tessa's fate, it's important to recall just who Ian Ward is and why his name still sends shivers down the spines of the Y and R characters. Ian Ward, portrayed by Ray Wise, is a dark and complex figure in Genoa City's history. He was introduced as a charming yet manipulative character, quickly cementing his role as one of the soap's most sinister villains. His most notable crime was kidnapping Christine Blair and Paul Williams' young daughter, and his ability to lure others into his web of deceit made him a terrifying adversary. However, Ian's most significant connection to Tessa is through his obsession with her. Tessa, who had a complicated upbringing, was once under Ian's twisted influence. She was manipulated, held captive, and tormented by him for a period, and it was only through the intervention of those closest to her, particularly Maria Copeland, that she was able to escape his clutches. Ian's dangerous obsession with Tessa, combined with his unpredictability, makes him a formidable threat that no one in Genoa City can take lightly. Fast forward to 2024, and Tessa has finally found some semblance of peace. She has built a life with Maria, and the couple has been working towards starting a family. Their love story has been one of the most beloved on the show, and viewers have watched as Tessa transformed from a vulnerable young woman into a strong, independent individual. However, as anyone familiar with the Young and the Restless knows, peace and happiness in Genoa City are often fleeting, and Tessa's newfound stability may be short-lived. Tessa's life, like many others on the show, is constantly under threat, both from external and internal forces. While her relationship with Maria continues to be a source of joy, there are still unresolved issues in her past that continue to haunt her. One of the most glaring threats is Ian Ward. If the show's writers decide to bring Ian back into the picture, it could spell disaster for Tessa and Maria, especially as they prepare for the next chapter of their lives. As the holiday season nears its end, Ian Ward's return to Genoa City seems increasingly possible. The show's writers have expertly teased his reemergence, dropping subtle hints that leave fans guessing about his next move. Could Ian be lurking in the shadows, plotting to strike when Tessa is least prepared? With Mariah by her side and their future looking bright, Tessa might be lulled into a false sense of security, making her a prime target for Ian's dangerous schemes. The groundwork for Ian's return has already been laid in several key storylines throughout the year. For example, recent interactions with certain characters have suggested that Ian's influence still looms large, even from a distance. His obsession with Tessa and his manipulative nature could easily lead him to believe that he needs to take extreme measures to regain control over her. If Ian is indeed planning to kidnap Tessa, he could very well use her vulnerability to his advantage. If Ian does return to kidnap Tessa, it would undoubtedly set off a chain of events that would test the strength of Tessa and Maria's relationship. Maria has been fiercely protective of Tessa, and the thought of losing her to a villain like Ian would be devastating. Maria's determination to keep Tessa safe would likely drive her to extreme measures, potentially putting her own life in danger as well. The couple's love story, which has been a beacon of hope for many viewers, could face its greatest challenge yet. Furthermore, Tessa's kidnapping would have a profound impact on the rest of Genoa City. Tessa is well connected, and her abduction would send shockwaves through her circle of friends and family. Characters like Sharon, Nick, and even Devon would undoubtedly rally around Maria and do whatever they could to find Tessa and bring her home. The dynamics of the entire community could shift as they come together to confront the threat that Ian Ward poses. The potential kidnapping of Tessa would not only be a devastating personal blow to her and Maria, but it would also spark a larger conflict that could consume Genoa City in the coming months. Ian Ward's return could signal the start of a new era of danger and intrigue for the soap opera. Tessa's abduction would set the stage for a gripping storyline that could dominate the show for weeks or even months to come. Moreover, Ian's return would raise the stakes for other characters as well. With Tessa being an important part of the show, the fallout from her kidnapping would undoubtedly affect everyone in Genoa City. Could this be the beginning of a larger war between Ian and the residents of Genoa City, or will Tessa's abduction be the catalyst for a new alliance of characters working together to bring down this villain once and for all? As the year draws to a close, the fate of Tessa Porter remains uncertain. Will Ian Ward return to kidnap her, or will he remain in the shadows, watching from afar as Tessa and Maria continue to build their life together? The suspense is palpable, and fans are eagerly awaiting what comes next. The writers of The Young and the Restless have set the stage for an epic showdown that could change the course of several characters' lives. As the new year approaches, one thing is for certain: Genoa City is in for a bumpy ride. Whatever happens, it's clear that Tessa's journey is far from over. Will she find the strength to overcome Ian's return and reclaim her life? Or will this dark chapter in her story tear apart the fragile happiness she has found with Maria? Fans can only watch, wait, and hope that Tessa will emerge victorious against the forces trying to pull her back into the darkness. The next few months will be pivotal in shaping the future of The Young and the Restless, and we can't wait to see what twists and turns await in 2025.